Hello everyone and welcome. I thought I could do a quick little video showing you all of the presets that I use in the RingThing. What is the RingThing? It's a pedal by ElectroHarmonix and it's for me, I bought it as a ring modulator. Written on there is, I think, single sideband modulator, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, that's right, single sideband modulator. That thing does a lot. There is a band called Dredge that I really adore, and the guitarist, which is MKll, I guess, he used a ring modulator by Moog, when I'm not mistaken. When I saw that he had one on his board, I had to have one too. And the RingThing was the first thing that I stumbled upon. I just bought one, and since that day it never left my board. That thing does so many things and does it so good, in my opinion, because I'm not really a guy for modulation. I don't have tremolos, I don't use choruses, I don't use flanges, or I don't use vibes. I don't know, I don't click with that kind of pedals. But if I need some sounds like this, I have them in the RingThing, and they are just good enough to deliver the sound that I need when I will be forced to use it, or just use them to be a bit more diverse in my sound. Let's go through the presets. My bass sound, we have to take a little less reverb. Let's go with this. Yeah, that's fine, that's fine. That's my bass sound, and it's basically the carbon into the Space Force reverb and Vox amps and stereo from the ACS1, and that's it. The first preset is Lofi, and the RingThing contains a low pass filter. I don't know if it contains a high pass filter. I believe it's just a low pass filter, and that one's fairly complicated. Even after years, I still don't get everything and how the knobs interact. It's just sometimes try and error, and when I get something I like, I save the preset and that's it. So, my clean sound, and with Lo-Fi, it's like a dirty ring modulator, if you will. And that's a pretty fun preset to play around with some delay. I like it. It's a really gritty texture. Next one is ring modulator and octave up. Let's go full wet on this one. Which is kind of a detuned sound, but when you dial the wet signal out and leave more dry signal in, then it becomes just something quirky underneath the guitar. Reminds me of sinking ships. Let's add a delay. can't think of a useful use case for this one at the moment, but I think I had a reason to save that preset. Let's go on. The next one would be ring modulator an octave down. Let's add a delay again. Yeah. Next one is a chorus, and the only reason for me to have a chorus in there is pretty simple. To be honest, I hate Metallica, but I like the one intro. You know how it works. Next preset is fast tremolo, which is just a fairly simple tremolo. If I turn it to full wet, I can't change the rate. And I can change the waveform too. Now it's to that square wave. That's a square wave tremolo. But going a bit faster. Or go to chainsaw. As you can hear, it's the 5th preset in here, and you can already recognize how versatile the RingThing is. Next one is for my bass sound, and that's just a simple octave down. I will turn up the carbon just to demonstrate something. That's the bass sound that I always use for my loops. I use the split. No, it's not the split position. I use the position where both of the pickups are active. Because it has a bit more bass and a roll off in the highs. I use that position because it's just darker, and while all the other guitar parts that I play are usually a bit chimey and have a lot of top end, I don't need top end in the bass, so I use this position. And the sound really comes alive by using the carbon. Immediately feels more organic and more lively. I can crank the gain a bit. Just perfect. When all of the lights are active, You can scroll through having it a ring modulator, upper band modulator, or just manipulate the low band. And when all of the lights are engaged and all of the bands, then you can connect a expression pedal, which in my case is this one. It's just a simple boss pedal, which is the FV500H, and that one I bought it to have a volume pedal to do swells, but it can also act like an expression pedal. And when I'm in octave mode, I can go from octave back to standard, which can be pretty handy if you want to do some crazy drops. Yeah, something like this. The next one is an octave up, which is my Whammy preset. Standard with. You can hear a little bit of the effect signal in there, and I can dial out the effect signal as I would like it because it alters the sound a bit. The sound of the guitar. Without the pedal, it sounds like this, and when I put it on, you can hear it a bit in the background, but since I use it mostly for looping and there is a lot of stuff going on, no one will recognize it, and I don't even recognize it when I play. So it's just a bit more prominent if it's the only thing engaged and nothing else is playing in the background. And as for the octave down setting, I can use the expression pedal as a Whammy. Let me think. No, I think I just wanted to play the Twisted Transistor riff from Korn, but I think they start with an octave down and not standard with an octave up. Anyway, that one's pretty handy if I engage the Microcosm and the delay. Just for a second, when I have the Microcosm, it does these nice little notes in the background. And when I put the delay after, just emphasize it. As you can hear, it gets bigger because all of the things happening in there will be multiplied by the delay. And when I engage that octave up, it can get trippy pretty quick. I like that because everything I do on the RingThing will be manipulated by the Microcosm, and both things going through the delay, which adds another layer, and everything will go through the reverb, and that washes everything out. You don't have to do much with the guitar to have just a space to swim in, if you will. Next one is Alinda, and Alinda is a song. I don't remember the band. It's a post-rock band, and I think when you put in Alinda post-rock on YouTube, I have to check it. Yes, it's a band. Alinda is a band. The song that I referred this to is Comet Tales, and I think it's from the album No Morning in Space. And they took a lot of use from Whammy and Octave stuff, and I never heard a band using that so much and so good. So I had to come up with something similar, and it's not, theory-wise, I'm not that good. It's not an octave up, maybe it's a fifth up. It's not a whole octave. An octave would be, and that's, yeah, maybe that's a fifth. I'm not pretty sure. If you know it, tab it in the comments. Teach me something. I'm eager to learn. And with this one, it's pretty much the same, but it's something that's more meant to be something unintrusive in the background. When I play with the octaver, the octave note is part of the melody, and using this, it's just there to space out what I did in the first place. Again, putting on mood and the DD500 delay. It doesn't really make sense when I say it, but I use it more like an effect, like I would use a chorus or a tremolo. It's just something to add to the sound, but it's not a delay where I would play with, if that's, I don't think that's correct, but I hope you know what I mean. It's just something unintrusive wobbling around. And I can't just, because I said I can't just record a fast loop, but that sound is meant to be something that runs beside just having loops recorded and add just some like these, some of the swells in the background. Yeah, we can record something. Something like this. And the last preset, and the last preset that I have is Vibe, which is simply a sound inspired by Uni Vibe pedal. Again, the dry sound. I like presets like this just to add some more interest to the notes I'm playing and a bit more movement. I really like having things warbling in the background, and as I said in the beginning, I'm not really a fan of modulation pedals, and that one delivers just a tiny bit of modulation if I will, and it's enough for me. If I would be really a fan of Uni Vibes, I would get myself a Uni Vibe pedal, and I would get myself a tremolo pedal and a chorus pedal, and that thing for me does the essential sounds that I have in my head, which are the sounds that are connected to my thoughts when I hear vibe, chorus and stuff. As I showed you with the chorus sound, which is it's immediately one from Metallica, and Metallica, I don't get it. Anyway, and that's it for now for all of my presets in the RingThing. As I said, I don't understand that pedal completely, and think there are so many things that you can do with the pedal that I haven't discovered by now. It was longer than it was intended, and I hope that it wasn't as complicated as I think, and that it was just not that boring, maybe a bit informative. I should stop talking by now because I start improvising and I don't know where I will land. So everything that's left to say is really one thing, and that's thank you for watching.